Y'all need to take a hit in it.
G'day guys and welcome back to Team Down TV's coverage of the Cyber Gamer Finals. Up next we have a best of one between IM and Curse. My name is Menace and joining me once again here is Superficial. How you going, mate?
I am great. After that immunity game, I really want to see them play again, see how they go against Curse this time.
Yeah, so last game was a bit of a stomp, unfortunately. I saw the end of that game, but Immunity made it through. Now, Curse have already qualified, guys, but they're just playing for the seed. So they want to win a few more games to try and get that higher seed in the tournament. And so that is what Curse are still playing for. Immunity are, going to try and get in. So two teams from the final today will be making it through to the Winter Regionals, and we've already got the bands coming out really quick and fast here. Superficial, LeBlanc, Nidalee, and Rise banned out by Curse. Morgana, Cassidy, and Jax over there by Immunity.
Yeah, pretty sort of standard bans at the moment. I like the LeBlanc ban, I like the Nidalee ban. Swift is really, really good on those. Better get them out of the way. And then on the other side, you got Keen, who's good at them. So bans make everyone happy.
So a lot of mid lane targeted bans here. Swiffer is a very competent mid laner, and we've seen him play some great LeBlanc. Cassidy, like you said, pretty standard ban now. So Colo over there, hovering over Kha'Zix for the first pick for Curse, and Kha'Zix is very strong at the moment.
And you're always seeing Curse running that Kha'Zix in the jungle. They really, really enjoy it.
All right, so Rise taken away as well as Jax for that top lane, and Morgana support removed for them as well. We'll see if Curse do decide to lock this in. So you're predicting Kha'Zix jungle for that one?
Definitely.
Yep. All right, so you go on to Kha'Zix jungle for Curse. We'll have to see what Immunity answer with, what their first two picks will be. There it is, locked in Kha'Zix right now. So we saw Rise taken away. That's probably for maybe top or mid lane?
Definitely for top lane. Rise, he's okay in mid lane, but his strength really comes from that top lane, running the teleport, shoving out your lane, and then helping down with Dragon and pushing pressure. Yeah,
he does really have a lot of good wave clear, and is quite tanky as well in those late levels. Really hard to deal with. So over there for Immunity, hovering over J4 at the moment for Spooks. I'm sure if he will actually run with that one. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is a dumb question, but is Braum available for this tournament? Superficial, do you know?
He is not.
So yeah, Braum can't be picked for this one. We won't see any of that today, unfortunately. Yeah, so Immunity just chilling out over there, hovering over J4 at the moment, as well as Ziggs on the table. So a lot of good champs still available, and looks like it might be an Elise for Spooks and maybe a Twitch pickup for their first pick. And it is. So they've locked in the Twitch and Elise. Spooks a competent Elise player, and Elise is still a very strong champion.
Elise is, as I said last game, it's not her numbers, it's her kit. Twitch, really, really good at the moment as well. His poison is so much damage. It just, it's amazing to watch a good Twitch play as well. The positioning for the Rat-a-tat.
Yeah, and positioning is something Radier is quite good at. Over there for Curse, though, we have a possible Lulu mid. Keen, as he is hovering over that one. Shelby there. The second and third picks coming out from Curse. So they've got their bottom lane, which they can do a bit of countering here with the Twitch. Who would you put up against Twitch in that bottom lane, Superficial?
Who would I put up against Twitch? Well, last game you saw AVA attempt to run a sort of a kill lane, Lucian, Leona. That's what I would do. However, Immunity saw that and then lane swapped out of it. AVA made the mistake of not lane swapping to follow it. I think Leona Lucian is actually the perfect sort of lane to verse that.
All right, we might see that. We see Shyvana hovered over at the moment. It will be locked in for that top lane. So Shyvana, nope. Last minute switch to Tristana, good old trolls. So it will be Tristana for the bottom lane for Curse, and they are picking up the Lulu for the mid lane. Could possibly be support, but I would say more likely mid lane.
Yeah, that Lulu's probably going to be stuck into the mid lane. And Tristana's pretty good pickup there as well. It does a similar job to Lucian. Probably have to get a bit more in amongst of it. And then I'm not too sure what support we're going to see out of that as well. Follow.
I feel that Tristana really scales much better into the late game as well. With the Lulu in there and Tristana, I really like the combo that can happen with that. There's a lot of protection from the mid lane as well. with the ultimate from Lulu. So there's plenty of potential here and a lot of assassination potential, especially with Tristana and Kha'Zix. I really like what they're going for at the moment. We'll see what their last two picks are here. Superficial Immunity now going for the third and fourth. They're going for the Thresh and the Shyvana. I feel like Thresh is just one of those champions that you have to pick up with Twitch. I mean, you need that safety of the Lantern available and all the CC in his kit. Twitch does have the invisibility available. That's about his only escape. So really nice combination there of the Thresh and the Twitch. Shyvana actually being taken by Immunity this time for Swiper in that top lane.
He ran that last game. We saw him run it to great effect. And just touching on the support for a Twitch, last game from Immunity we did see a Fiddlestick support. And it worked wonders for the Twitch. It really kept him safe. Twitch was kind of, Twitch and Fiddlesticks were basically two threats. They had to deal with one. But I can definitely see why Thresh should be a good pickup here as well.
All right, now this is interesting here, Superficial. They're hovering over Jinx and Trundle. So what that says to me is it's going to be Tristana mid lane. Lulu for the support it is. Tristana will be the mid lane. Lulu down there for support. Trundle top lane. And Jinx is going to be ADC. Now that's interesting.
That is really, really interesting. I'm actually very surprised to see that happening. I've seen a tiny little bit in solo queue. You take solo queue with a grain of salt. But we will see what happens, I guess.
All right, so mid lane left here for Immunity. They're looking at Ziggs, possibly Karthus. There's Tristana is a very unique mid lane pick, and I'm not sure how that's going to hold up against any of the regular mid laners here, especially someone as competent as Swiffer, and they're just cycling through plenty of different mid laners at the moment. But having a look at that composition with the Kha'Zix and AP Tristana, that's a huge assassination potential there. Lots of good picks can happen from that. It's going to be a difficult decision for Swiffer to try and decide which mid laner he wants. It looks like it might be a Syndra, and he's gone for the Twisted Fate instead.
And actually, that Tristana is a placeholder, so hold up on the excitement, Menace. Hold up on the excitement. It's a placeholder for Leona, so it will be a Lulu mid. Trundle top.
Alrighty, that's a bit better. I'm not looking at my chat. Sorry, guys. Sorry. All right, so we'll quickly remake this room and get through the picks and bans once more. We might actually just chill out to some music while we remake this room. We'll be right back, guys, with the Cyber Gamer finals. It's best of one between Immunity and Curse.
Too much, feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity.
All All right, guys, welcome back to the Cyber Gamer Finals, best of one between Team Immunity and Curse. My name is Menace, joined once more Superficial here at Team Down TV. Thank you very much for joining us today as we bring you all the action from the Cyber Gamer Finals. We are into the delay time now, so you can see both sides have revealed their summoners and teleports for the top lane here. Superficial, it's actually a ghost on Twisted Fate there, and no heals at all over there for the Immunity.
Yeah, I think with the heal changes as well on the 4.7 patch, you're kind of going to see it moving away again a bit. And I think it's a welcome change, to be honest. All
right, so Lulu's gone for the Ignite, got a little bit more assassination potential there with Keen playing that Lulu. And down for the bot lane for Curse, they've actually got the heal and exhaust. So a Jinx Leona bottom lane, that kill lane you were talking about for Twitch is something that you were talking about. It would be really great to try and counteract that. But with Venom and Radiant down in this bottom lane, is still going to be a hard task for Trashboat and Airy to go and kill those guys. The Kha'Zix and the Elise matchup, both those junglers are a favourite to me. I really like to see both these guys in action, especially with the kind of plays that both these champions can pick. Who would you favour here? I know I'd probably pick Elise just because of her kit, like you were talking before, being so strong.
I'd favour Elise, especially in ganking, but as the game progresses further on, Kha'Zix will do more and more and more than that Elise will. So Elise is really going to have to choose her ganks wisely, choose her invades wisely, because she can actually beat the Kha'Zix in Spider form really easily. So early game, I'll give it to the Elise, and then probably past about level 11, Kha'Zix will start really shining.
Yeah, that level 11 mark is really where you start using Kha'Zix's second point in his ultimate, and you can really create some good amount of damage coming from him. Up in the top lane, it's going to be a huge slugfest between two of the tankiest champions around, Trundle as well as Shyvana. How do you feel in that matchup? I like Trundle for that one.
Yeah, Trundle's definitely my favourite for that one as well. His whole kit at the moment, it all works so well together. You can basically fit him into a lot of comps, poke comps, teamfight comps, basically anything really.
So, overall, I'm looking at these team comps, and I really like the team comp coming out from Curse, but I'm going to favour Immunity in this one because of the playstyle that Swiffer does, especially with Twisted Fate. Does have that ultimate, able to get around the map and create some awesome ganks, and I would be very careful down that bottom lane. That bottom lane actually is very susceptible to Twisted Fate ganks. There's really not much escape for Trashboat here on Jinx. And we know he's a competent Jinx player, but Leona doesn't offer much escapability, especially if we see Elise and then ultimate from Twisted Fate come down. And I see a four-man gank on that bottom lane. You're really not going to see much survivability coming out of those guys. How do you feel? Who do you think has won the picking phase here, Superficial?
I think I like Curse's comp better, but the way that Immunity's been playing lately, they're going to have to play it. I don't want to say almost perfectly because that's putting so much pressure on the Curse, but I can't say it. I can't think of another way to say it. They're going to need to play this almost perfectly to beat how Immunity is playing at the moment.
It'd be good to see them play that game to perfection and really get out there and win a game. So Curse already have qualified though for the Winter Regionals, so they're just playing for a seed at the moment. Immunity have yet to qualify, and I feel they're going to be pretty strong coming through here. They've played great in the previous match and all day. So with the team comp they've got, a very comfortable team comp for them, especially with Spooks on Elise. It's just Keen's going to be in big trouble, even though he has got that Lulu.
Exactly. And I'm not too sure how Chelby's going to go early game here against Spooks, because we all know how Spooks plays. He's just very intelligent, is the best way to put it, with his ganks, his farming, his invades. Communicates really well with Swiffer as well, so going to see how Chelby and Keen stack up against that. I think that's going to be the biggest pitfall for Curse if they do lose the early game.
All right, you can see here spread out start from both sides as we are into the match between Immunity and Curse. Curse on the blue side, Immunity there over on the red side, and very standard items coming out. We see a Relic Shield picked up here from Leona, as well as a Doran Shield from Thresh, going to be a little bit more tanky to begin with, but later on in the game, that Doran Shield really doesn't do much for you. And yeah, no invades to start with, which I kind of expected. So both these teams protecting their buffs. How do you feel? So no lane swaps at all? Yeah, I'm happy to see no lane swaps at the moment, Superficial. Who do you think's going to, or where do you think the first bit of action is going to come through?
First bit of action will probably come from mid lane and jungle pressure. That's my personal opinion. What do you think, Menace?
Yeah, I would agree. Like we know Spooks loves to chill out mid lane and help out Swiffer. Swiffer gets going on that TF. He's going to be pretty unstoppable, especially with the potential to kill a lot down in the bottom lane. Like I think that if we don't see a gank pre-6 for Swiffer in the mid lane coming from Spooks, I reckon we're going to see a 4-man push down in the bottom lane and at least pick up some first bloods down there. That's if it's a quiet start. And it looks like it might be very quiet for Curse at the moment. I know I wouldn't want to be playing super, really hard engage early on, but Colo here coming around to help out Chelby with his blue buff to start off, and looks like Elise is just going to solo her blue buff and not mirrored starts for the junglers at the moment, so we'll end up in 2 different positions. We might see Kha'Zix go down bottom lane for a gank. Colo might have to be careful of that Elise.
One thing I'm really surprised at is see that Immunity is very, very confident against Curse's bot lane. They have heads them up in what could potentially be a really, really hard matchup for them. And you're already seeing that the trades are being lost on Curse's side.
Yep, that's the poke and the amount of damage that Venom can do. Again, gets a flay on the bottom lane, gets stunned back by Airy, just poking back and forth at the moment. Looks like my director Cam just wants to chill out in the top lane though.
Yeah, top lane's pretty interesting with Shyvana and Trundle. Going to see a lot of action up there.
A lot of auto attacks onto each other. Oh, the Zenith Blade not quite landing here onto Radier. I think that might have been quite dangerous. You see Trash Boat here already pushing this lane as much as possible. Wants to keep the lane pushed, and that's going to be very scary, especially... Well, I guess they're pretty safe at the moment with Elise being up in the top lane.
Yeah, pretty much. And you're just going to see Trash Boat really trying to keep bot lane afloat here.
Yeah, with the amount of poke that he has there, there's a Zenith Blade on a Radiant, right on a turret. The hook doesn't quite land. Radiant in trouble, though, lands on the Flame Chompers. Very low at the moment. One more auto attack would have done it, but nice play there from Curse, getting a bit of damage onto Radiant.
Yeah, and you're going to see a bit of aggression down there from the bot lane of Curse. And hopefully, if they can keep that up, they'll shut down the Radiant, and then they can have their jungle focus elsewhere.
Oh, have a look here. Elise coming around the back of the top turret. This could be big trouble for Colo. Look how much more health Swiper has at the moment, so he can easily tank this turret. This is just chilling out in that tri-brush. Will he make a move? They're going to wait for the wave to push in, and it looks like it's going to be a tower dive. Nice and early. Colo in a lot of trouble. Double buff on Spooks. Colo is getting attacked. His Spiderling comes out. Cocoon lands. This is going to be first blood for sure. Colo, one more auto attack will do it. First blood there. The repel and the flash from Spooks will survive.
And that flash there was integral to that play. If he took that extra tower hit, he could potentially take another one. Good flash. Get out of there. Take your lead and leave.
Wow, look at this mid lane slugging it out as well. These champs are very low at the moment. Swiper as well as Keen on that Lulu, both hitting each other as hard as they can. You can see now Chelby moving around the back and trying to do a bit of counter jungling while Elise is chilling out in that top lane. Is he doing? Yeah, he is doing the wolves at the moment. So while he knows Elise's top lane taking a lot of damage, he's taking advantage of the wolves.
Yeah, pretty much. And from that little top lane soiree that just happened, Shyvana came out of that with the kill. That's pretty much exactly how they wanted it. They didn't really need the kill on Elise. Shyvana's going to go back up there. Extra Dawn's Blade, extra Longsword. It's going to be nightmare for that Trundle.
Yeah, and I guess that's where out of all the lanes you really want to put your money, especially because Trundle is so strong. You want your Shyvana to get that little bit of an early lead. And like you said, that's a lot of attack damage. Oh, a fight here on the Chelby. Chelby in lots of trouble. Spooks come down with the repel. This could be easy. Double kill if they don't get out of there quickly as the lead coming out from Chelby. A yellow card after Swiffer. Will he land? It lands onto the Keen. Keen's in trouble, and he goes down really quickly. Spooks now wants some more blood. Chelby under the safety zone turret.
There you go. Immunity's just the mid lane duo. What else can you say? Swiffer and Spooks, they work so well together. They know how each other play. They've been playing for so long. It's a terrifying combo to verse.
All right. Already 2 kills down here. Or Curse in a bit of trouble. 7.6k gold to 6.8. That first blood really playing into it. And that kill going over Twisted Fate. Spooks is snowballing his solo lanes really well. Airy now coming in with the aggression. They just all of a sudden turned and acting as if maybe Kha'Zix is there, but surely they know he's not. But we saw how different the playstyles are between these two bottom lanes. We saw really aggressive coming out from Venom, and Curse didn't want to fight that one. I think until they saw Elise show mid lane, they realized that there's no jungler there. It's really a lot of mind games in this bottom lane.
Yeah, definitely, it really is. And I'm a little worried for Curse, actually. They're pushing up really hard. They can't really dive that. You can't dive a Thresh. I think anytime you see a Thresh being dove, he usually ends up double killing the bot lane. So the
Oh no, this could be trouble though. You see Elise coming down. There's the Lantern from Venom. Rise of Lantern, trade the flash as well to get him a bit further forward. The hook doesn't land. Here comes the ultimate from Twisted Fate. The yellow card onto Trash Mode. He's in a lot of trouble. Who's going to pick up the kill? Radier grabs that one. Airy has split up trying to get some aggression away, and they will pick up another kill. 0 for 3 to Immunity.
And Menace, you called that like a play-by-play. From the start, you said you're going to worry about those 4-man ganks, and look what just happened.
Yep. That was a beautiful play coming out from Venom, though. As soon as Elise hit that Lantern, he flashed forward and got an extra bit of length, getting Spooks into the fray there. And now they're going to take out Dragon. This is what TF does best. Gets a nice gank off, but Curse do not want to let this one go so easily. You can see Airy and Shelby really separate here. Actually quite vulnerable. The teleport top lane. Keen's coming down. The hook lands on the Shelby though. Stun onto Spooks. Spooks comes out. Will he get assassinated by Shelby? Shelby gets locked up. Spooks does eventually go down, but they trade it off for Kha'Zix. Now Airy in a lot of trouble. Over to the left, you can see Swiffer as well. Flash over the wall from Airy. He will survive. So 1-for-1 trade at the moment. Venom, where's the hook? Lands straight onto Airy. Airy will not survive this one, surely. Goes down. Who's going to pick up the kill? It's going to be Venom with that one.
Now you're going to see them get that dragon. Trundle's not be able to equalize the pressure up the top. That's a pretty.
Oh, here comes the teleport though. He's saving his teleport for later. Trash boat coming down. Keen, they want another piece of this action. They're all split up all over the place. The stun lands onto Colo. They're trying to focus their fire. It's not working so well. Venom is going very low. They're going to get him really quickly. Trash boat though, he's taken on 2v1. Radier gets away with a sliver of health. Swiper in trouble as well. Keen flashes forward. Is he going to get the last auto attack? No, it is not going to be enough. Radier gets away with his life. Swiper is still very tanky. One more auto attack will do it. Colo, are you going to be able to pick up this kill? The burnout use under the turret. Swiper is able to escape. What a huge fight. And now Shelby coming in, all action. Swiffer goes down to Keen, and in comes Shelby once more with the leap. A repel over to his blue buff. Spooks will escape. All that action there, superficial.
And my gosh, it's this constant action. I think that started around 6 minutes, 20 past 6. I think that was a 2-minute fight. Elise literally ran back to that fight. Same with Kha'Zix. That was just amazing.
Well, I wasn't awake before, but I am now with excitement. What a huge team fight, but I don't really know. I don't think that anybody gained any advantage from all of that, apart from Immunity just keeping their lead. I mean, it was just trade for trade for trade. The Dragon is still alive, so I guess it's a win in the end for Curse that Immunity didn't get that Dragon. A great, massive contention from them. Exactly,
and you're right. I think Curse, not out of like actual numbers, came out ahead. They came out ahead as in they stopped the Dragon. Pretty much all summoners were used across the board.
Everybody blowing absolutely everything. Anyway, so bottom lane now, back to usual. No one wants to take down the Dragon. The Flame Chopper's coming out here from Trashboat, trying to get himself a little bit of safety here. There is still a lot of stuns in this bottom lane, but Leona really is just an aggressive champion that you have to continue to using now. That Radier's got himself a kill and 3 assists, a build water cutlass down there. It's going to be super hard for Curse to actually get any kind of advantage here. And lots of pings mid lane. You can see, as soon as TF walks in that brush, pings in the bottom lane and telling them to be careful because he does have that Destiny up.
Yeah, that TF's definitely going to just be able to kind of run around, be a bit of a nuisance, really. I don't see him going top much unless there's a tower in it for him. He'd be better off just going bot lane.
He'll be doing Polo can't even fight Swiper at the moment, who's literally beast moding with himself. Got himself a Bilgewater Cutlass. The Vamp Scepter on Trundle, he is a fair way behind, even though he's up in CS. Oh, here we go, Tower Dive again, as Swiper is taking all the turret aggro. One more turret attack. He'll get the shutdown, though, and will he get the double kill? The repel comes out. Destiny comes in, and he decides to cancel it. Actually, Colo flashes from that one. It actually wasn't a cancel. It was Keen taking him down, using the ultimate to get the knock-up. Beautiful play in the mid lane. That's great for Curse.
Well played to Keen there. That entire... Don't get me wrong, Colo played that excellently. He killed Shyvana, but I got a hats off the Keen there. That was perfect. And then
bottom lane.
A lot of aggression.
Yeah, there's a solar flare as well as a box coming out. 2 ultimates being used here. Trash boat going down super low. Airy taking the turret. It's going to be 2 kills bottom lane. 1 for Radier, 1 for Venom.
That was just painful to watch, Menace. Leona was sitting there tanking the turret. Thresh was sitting on her ADC. Oh gosh, that's not good to see. That's really not what Curse needed in that bot lane.
No, if that didn't happen, I'd say Curse would be firmly in this game because they did pick up that mid turret after killing Twisted Fate, being played by Swiffer in that mid lane as well as a top lane kill onto Swiper. But I think that Immunity have kept that lead by that bottom lane, unfortunately dying here. But you can see Colo finally able to fight Swiper, and it's just a massive slugfest once again. So that mid lane turret going down for Curse, they have got themselves a bit of an advantage there, especially with the map control. Keen picked up the blue buff as well that was on Swiffer.
Yeah, and you're going to see Keem definitely be able to equalize this pressure from Swiffer now with that blue buff. Shove it out, maybe look at roaming, but he doesn't... I'm not sure where he could actually roam to make a meaningful impact. I'd worry about roaming bot lane if I was at Lulu.
Yeah, there's not much vision for the bottom lane. I don't think Keen can do too much at the moment, like you said, but farm. And he might be in a bit of a compromised position here as Spooks is coming around through the jungle to try and do a bit, try and catch him off guard a little bit. But looks like returning to the standard laning phase, although Swift doesn't have the safety of his turret this time. Keen having a bit of AP, picking up that Athene's Unholy Grail. Be actually quite hard for TF. You can see Swiffer here just moving towards the top lane. Maybe he is going to go top here, Superficial.
I could definitely see why he can do it when the tower's about that low, but he's losing a lot of dragon pressure. I'm not sure if that's really what he wants to do.
Yeah, and at least they're chucking a ward down. He looks like Spooks will. And solo note, it's going to be a teleport from Shyvana coming down. A nice sneaky play. No, they're going to turn it into a 4-man gank, though, as Kha'Zix has come in and picks up a kill onto Twitch. They're turning around Cocoon onto Shelby, and the ultimate from Swiper comes and gets a knock-up, but he will be able to escape using his ultimate. Shelby gets away from that one. The teleport coming in top lane from Trundle as well. Flash from Swiper. They don't want to fight this one. The zap lands onto Swiper. They're under the safety of their turret, though, trying to turn this one around. The pillar comes out, and Shelby gets locked up. Here comes a Destiny as well. Huge team fights all around as Lulu comes around the back, picks up the kill on Shyvana. Swiffer in trouble now. Curse look like they're going to come out on top, and the Lantern actually brings him to safety, and there's another kill. Jinx picks up Elise, and Keen coming across now, trying to chase down Swiffer. Look how close he is to dying. Nice play from Curse. Oh, it's just all over the place there, Superficial.
And that was massive. That has brought Curse back into this game. If they feel like it, they can go rotate down to that dragon after getting a bot turret.
Oh no, Keen.
Gold swing. Keen's
in trouble. A flash over the wall from Radiant. Keen's got a lot of potential to survive here, and he will go down really quickly as the turret falls, but the rest of Curse are here to answer. That is not very good.
No, that is really not what he wanted to do there. He wanted to back out, get that tower, take that advantage.
Venom. No, Venom doesn't want to follow it up. So, throwing down a ward here. Dragon still not being taken down by anybody in this game. We're 13 minutes in.
Immunity will come take that dragon as a bit of a consolidation effort now. But that was really unfortunate. Keen was there. That was really not what Curse needed.
Nope, you can see the blue ward here, so Curse know exactly what's happening. And Ares just going to back over the wall. There is nothing he can do. So, Immunity want to continue that lead. It seems that Curse get a good advantage and then lose it at the last second here, Superficial.
It's just the little mistakes. It's just the tiny little things that end up basically deciding these sort of games at this very high level.
It is. It's crazy. But you can see the turret advantage is now going to be 2-1 once they take this one down here. They've still got a little bit of map control. And let's have a look at some of the CS. It's exactly the same CS here for the mid laners. And Trundle is a little bit ahead. 2-1, 4-2 for Shyvana there. And 72 CS. So there, Trundle Colo has done a really good job actually coming back, and that would probably be a lot attributed to that kill he got under the turret in the top lane. And Keen's going to take away his blue buff. So on paper, I mean, both the solo lanes and junglers are pretty even at the moment. It's just the bottom lane that's doing so well, and the Radiant, that's the one you don't want to be doing well.
Oh, he's ahead in CS, ahead in kills, ahead in assists. Like, look at the item difference at the moment. Going to be rough. It's going to be really rough for that Jinx to catch up to a Twitch, because Twitch scales phenomenally into late game.
Yeah, Twitch now has a lot of mobility and a lot of escapability with his invisible invis, as well as he's got himself the Berserker Greaves, whereas Jinx doesn't even have any kind of boots at all, not even the tier 1 boots. So being super slow on Jinx is not ideal, but she has got the kit to kind of catch people up at the moment. Swiper here. Look at how much damage that burnout is actually doing to Colo under his own turret. So Swiper in a good position at the moment, even though they're pretty even.
Well, actually, you see, Shyvana's finished her Blade of the Ruined King. Trundle still needs to go back and complete it. He's going to lose basically every single trade.
Oh, Shelby just coming straight through a lane here. Gets the leap off the slowdown onto Swiper. Swiper used the ultimate straight into a pillar, though. A nicely placed pillar from him. So much damage. The burnout being used. A flash from Colo, and he picks up that kill.
That's going to be a kill. That's going to be a tower. That's exactly what Colo needed.
Look at this. Look at where Curse are at the moment. Positioned perfectly to take this top turret. And really, Immunity can't capitalize. That bottom lane is pushed so far up here, Superficial. They're going to take out this top turret with no problem at all.
So if you were in Immunity's position right now, what would you be doing? Would you go rotate up there, or would you try and equalize pressure in mid lane?
I would probably leave Radier farming down the bottom lane. But it looks like he's moving up anyway. Take away the turret and want to get a team fight, which is really good because Curse I think at a good point for Curse anyway, if they do team fight, they're going to have to defend this second tier turret. You can see Twisted Fate pushing that middle lane. He has that potential to push, and oh no, Airy could be in trouble. The Zenith Blade lands onto Spooks. Spooks going very low here, has got the repel. Here's the ultimate coming in, and over the back, you can see Trashbo getting focused so hard. Colo taking up 4 members of Immunity. This is a really bad team fight for Curse. They're going very low. Colo will go down. Almost go down, I should say. The box coming out of the Keen. Keen is going to fall super quickly, and you can see the Swiper still continuing the chase. At least picks up the kill onto Lulu, but Lulu actually managed to pick that one back up. They flash over the wall at the Baron, and you can see Colo still desperately trying to escape, and lifesteal up from this mid lane. This is going to be a mid-tier turret for Immunity. Good play.
Exactly. That was a 2-for-2 fight, but Immunity won that. And the main reason was there was so much resources focused on that Twitch that the Twitch, even Ratatat, took their entire team down to about 400 health each. Immunity just kind of stormed through the rest of the team fight, and that's how they won that.
Yeah, that was a perfect place for Twitch to actually throw out his ultimate. And yeah, like you said, it did a lot of damage, and that was a really big deciding factor there. So Immunity still only ahead by about 2k gold, 1 kill apiece, and it's still behind in turrets. So it's such a close game at the moment. A slight advantage to Immunity. They're playing very well at the moment. Even Curse doing it actually really well. Lulu, though, is the star at the moment. 5 to 3 kills. If they continue to focus her down, I think they're going to have no worries.
We have the Korean superpower Keen in the mid lane. I think, what was he was 16th on the Korean servers in Challenger. That's impressive. That's really, really impressive. And he's just showing that his prowess on any champion, really.
All right, you can see the bottom lane. Looks like Radiant wants to come down for a fight onto Trash Boat. Got the invisibility popped, and he decides against it. Probably a good idea because Airy as well as Chelby are not far behind, and we might see some action coming to mid lane. No, it looks like Spook's just clearing out some of the wards here. Bit of a lull in the game. We can have a look at some of these items superficial.
And I think you're seeing kind of pretty standard sort of stuff all across the board. I think Faker in the All-Stars very recently ran exactly what Swiffer was running right now, and it ran it to great effect. I actually really like that Twisted Fate build.
Yeah, so the Athene's Unholy Grail going
into a Rabadon's.
Yeah, into a Rabadon's Death Cap. So a lot of sustain for his damage, as well as a lot of damage coming from the Rabadons. He's got that needlessly large rod, and he'd be sitting on a good chunk of AP at the moment. 212 AP for Swiffer. So able to do a lot of wave clear. As you can see, one of his cards coming out there. All it just takes out a wave in seconds. So Venom could be in a bit of trouble, though. Keen coming around, finding Venom there, and there's a ward down as Venom goes to half health. Swift comes around with a yellow card in hand, ready to throw down a stun. But it's just a battle of the wards at the moment.
Exactly, and then we're going to have a pause.
Well, I thought we could go a game without a pause, but unfortunately not. We can
it
chill
seems
out.
like it's the curse of Curse.
The curse of Curse. You know, could chill out here and talk a little bit more about the builds. The two junglers have gone for very, very different builds, obviously relating to their champions. You've got Spirited Agent Golem, so a very tanky Elise. And that would probably be, I'd say, to the way that things have panned out in this game. Spook's actually not picking up the kills, helping a lot out in assists. So he's gone for more of that tanky support role. And looks like one of the guys is disconnected. We might chill out for a bit of music here. And we'll be right back with this best of one between Curse and Immunity. My name is Menace, joined by Superficial here at Team Down TV. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, pause has finished and game will resume here between Curse and Immunity. Thank you so much for chilling out during that one. Hopefully, Shelby has fixed up some of his issues. He's going back into lane here. You can see Curse now grouping up around this mid lane. This is still anyone's game here, Superficial.
Exactly, and Curse has been playing pretty damn well lately, but they really need to take a step back and look at the biggest picture of this game. Right now, this game's on Colo and on Keen. I'm not saying Trashbird is useless, but he's definitely not useful.
So he is useless. So yes, it is a lot on Keen and Colo here. Both of those guys having majority of the kills for their teams. And Destiny coming out mid lane here. Airy gets stunned up with the yellow card. Teleport around the back though, coming out from Swiper. Airy is going to take all the aggro from that one, and Twitch picks up the kill here. Venom looking for another kill. Swiper coming around for the pinch. We're seeing Curse desperately trying to escape here. Zap, they're going to turn on Swiper. He's got the lantern to escape. They're going to pick up a dragon for this one quite easily. Keen comes through, dodges up the hook coming out from Venom. And now it is advantage over to Immunity. Are they going to grab this dragon?
I don't think it'd be quite an easy dragon if that Shelby can really get in there. Oh, but they're doing that really quickly. Oh.
There's the ultimate from Swiper over the top. He's taking tons of damage, though. He will get destroyed in seconds. Trying to pick up the kill. Venom now taking the front of the damage, and they're trying to focus Keen down, use the ultimate on himself. They picked up 2 kills. This is a good fight for Curse. Are they able to turn around? Radier picks up a kill onto Lulu, but he'll go down very quickly. Spooks here, doing 2v1 as best he can. Over the back, Kazik picked up a kill on Twisted Fate. Curse come out on top. They're going to get the dragon.
4 for 0. 5 for 0, sorry. 4v5. That was absolutely well played. That was the swing they need. That's the gold they need. That's what they need to do.
Beautiful play. That was actually a 4v5. They come out 5 for 1. Curse playing that immaculately. Maybe a bit of a mistake from Immunity to start engaging that dragon and put themselves in that compromised position. But we're seeing Curse take the advantage here. They've got the gold lead now. They're going to have tower lead as well. Swiper, you will not be able to defend this by yourself. You don't even have the ultimate out yet, mate. There goes the second tier turret. Well played to Curse. Can they keep up this momentum, Superficial?
And they can. They need to ward up that Baron, and then I think they kind of need to reinitiate lanes a bit. Wait for another objective to come up. I don't think they can really force a Baron comfortably at this point. I think maybe wait for minions to push a lane and then rotate to that lane.
So Venom now clearing out some of the wards around the mid lane here, giving themselves a bit of a place to hide. You can see there's actually plenty of blue wards down in the jungle from Curse into the red side top jungle there. And now that Curse have the lead, will they be able to successfully defend this one? Immunity are not going to let it slide. Looks like they're already putting the pressure on 4 men gathering up in its top lane. That top turret is super low. That's going to fall really quickly. A nice little grab here for Immunity.
Yep, and that's kind of what they just need to do as well. They're on the back foot, but they're not really losing at the moment. They just need to consolidate, get a couple towers. I think that if Immunity keeps playing like this, they can stall out for the late game, wait for the Twitch, wait for the Twisted Fate, and then really bring the pain to the Curse.
Alright, so they have got themselves that turret. Is still anyone's game at the moment, but you can see the Curse have got that little bit of advantage here. And there's lots of pings now. This Baron contention you were talking about before, Superficial, going to erupt in a huge team fight, I assume, anytime soon. Once they grab that, once that team fight around Baron happens, it's going to be, it could be anyone's game at that point. That could be the deciding factor, is the next team fight, and if anyone can pick up that Baron especially.
And Colo actually happened to blow his flash and ultimate in the mid lane there after getting caught in a bit of a misadventure there.
Alright, so that's not ideal, but it does happen at times. Better to be alive and waste a flash than give an advantage to the team for sure. Immunity here actually not being super aggressive like I was saying before. They're just chilling out, waiting for Curse to make a mistake. And it looks like they want to continue keeping that lead. And they've got all the farm available to them. They've got all their jungle control. They're not really pushing up into the enemy's jungle, which could be quite dangerous. Oh no, Keen's in trouble. A 4-man collapse down here. Use the ultimate. He gets stunned up as well as Radier picks up the kill. The Flame Chompers, though, stopping Venom in his tracks. That's really bad news for Curse.
Keen again, going on a bit of a misadventure. I'm not too sure what exactly he's trying to do here with these little soirees into the unknown. All they're doing is taking him to the abyss.
They are destroying him in seconds. They're going to take down the Baron, and here comes the contention from Curse. They come down and focus down Elise. He uses the repel to get away. The box being popped as well. Trying to pick up the kill. This is really bad for both teams, actually. Looks like it's going to be bad for Curse coming out behind. Shelby being focused as well. Swiffer actually taking a lot of damage from Shelby. It's anyone at this point. Swiffer will escape. They're still trying to focus him down. The Xenoblade lands. It's going to be another kill for Curse. There is actually a 2-for-2 trade, 2-for-3 trade. Keen already having been down is trying to return to the team fight, but it did stop the Baron. Nice play from Curse.
That Trundle is terrifying right now. 816. He's almost unstoppable. And as you saw, the Leona got a perfect ult there. Took 2 of Immunity's members out straight out of the fight straight away. They were getting hit by the Baron. Trundle was on them. There wasn't much recovering from that.
Yeah, he's got himself that Randuin's Omen as well as a Blade of the Ruined King doing tons of damage. You can see them already starting on to this Baron. They want to take the advantage. Although Immunity racing out of their base at the moment. Will they have enough damage to take it down? Jinx is still nowhere to be found. And Colo is actually the one who would do the most damage. He's taking up the Baron. So he's got that debuff. Not really going to be doing... There we go. There's the aggro swap coming out onto Airy now. And the Baron falling very low. Can Spooks come in for the steal? He's coming around the back. He's got Repel available. They turn around with the Flame Choppers straight away onto Spooks. They do not want him anywhere near this fight. The wall... Actually, a ward over the wall, I should say. Can Spooks do a fight? Xenoblade actually onto Elise as Curse pick up the Baron. Will Airy be able to survive? He's actually at the front there. Very low health, but still, Immunity don't want to fight. Nice grab there from Curse.
Hats off to Airy there. He played that perfectly. He got the Elise out of that fight. This is the 1 second. That's all he needed. Elise repelled in and even had to use a flash. So I think Airy really played that perfectly there.
Yep, GG well played to Curse on that one. Now they're grouping up in this top lane using their Baron advantage. Come down and maybe force another team fight. Can they actually grab themselves a few kills, or will they unfortunately mess this one up? Their ward coverage there around the top half of the brush. You can see Spooks is just chilling out here. That could be a really dangerous position if he's found. Shelby walks on the brush, gets face checked by a Cocoon. The Flame Choppers comes out, and the ultimate onto Keen. Swiper, I should say, comes around the back, does a lot of damage. There's ultimate pop from Twitch. This is bad news now for Curse. Oh, Trash Mode get locked up, as well as the box. He gets destroyed in seconds. Shelby, what are you doing? Walking back into the fight, into the team, into the turret, I should say, as Spooks comes around. The slow onto Airy. The Destiny is being popped. Will they be able to pick up the kill on the Colo? Colo gets away with his life with a ton of still health. I mean, he's got so much health. He's the only one to escape. Bad news for Curse.
And that was just such a misinformed dive. I'm not sure what Curse is trying to accomplish there. That was really questionable.
I'm not sure how that actually panned out. You saw Shelby actually turn around back into his turret. I'm not sure if he be a misclick. I don't know, but that's quite unfortunate for them. Immunity taking away Baron from 4 of Curse's team members here, and they will be able to push any kind of advantage. I'm not sure. They're not going to get any turrets, but that's definitely put them back in the game.
A bunch of those kills went onto Twitch as well, so you're going to see him getting extremely strong now. And so Curse is going to have to really think about what have they done there? What can they do to fix that wrong? And a little worrying if they're going to be diving like that with Baron and then losing. Because not a single member of Immunity went down in that fight.
I mean, this is such a close game. Still anybody's game. It's just back and forth. Hit for tat here. Superficial. What's going to happen? That's all I want to know. I mean, there's a lot of good scaling here. Shelby's now 13. He hit 11 a little while ago. Has got a lot of power on that Kha'Zix now. He's really coming into his place. They pick up the Dragon really quickly there. No contention or no wards at all from Immunity. Jinx finally got herself some boots. Got herself a Phantom Dancer. Really building, going towards the Infinity Edge, I believe. Got the pickaxe. Actually, no, it'll be a Last Whisper, I should say. Starting to get a bit of damage down, but Twitch is the one really doing tons over there for Immunity.
Exactly, and I know we said it before, we agreed. I think this game's really going to be on Cola. He needs to play a team fight to perfection. He just needs to make sure that he gets all the right hits, all the right targets. If he can't take out that Twitch, I think the Curse is going to have a lot of trouble this game.
Yeah, that's it's going to be up to Shelby as well to get in there and try and assassinate Twitch, who has still got a lot of escapability and really playing really well. Again, is the Radier on that Twitch. Got himself almost full build. He's going for, he's got himself the pickaxe there as well. He's going for an Infinity Edge next. He's got himself that Last Whisper, the Static Shiv, as well as the Blade of the Ruined King. And once he throws out that Ratatat, it's just tons of damage. And we see every time they're grouping up and all no Radier. Here's the Destiny. Keen again in trouble in the mid lane. He flashes, uses the ulti. Is it going to be enough? The teleport coming down. Radier picks up that one. Once again, superficial. Keen chilling out mid lane, gets killed.
Exactly, and I'm not too sure what he's doing here. I think that's about the third or fourth time that's happened.
Yeah.
And he's got to be feeling down about that. But I hope his team's rallying around him saying, you just got to stop doing that, but they can't get angry at him. If you get angry at someone, it puts them in the wrong way.
Alright, so now Immunity pushing down. The Flame Choppers comes out, lock up Radio as well as the Spooks. They're doing a lot of damage here. The Pillar not going to deter Immunity at all. They pick up the second tier middle lane turret. And Immunity want to move through and pick up some jungle objectives. They're going to get raced, but that's it. And maybe they're going to go down towards this bottom lane now that they have that advantage. Clear out some of the wards and gain some vision control down in the enemy jungle. The hook coming from the Death Sentence, not quite landing from Venom.
Yeah, you're just going to see Immunity basically procedurally run around all these lanes and get towers. They're getting the picks they need. They're pulling themselves ahead.
Yeah, they are slowly working their way back to gaining the lead. Actually, they have got the lead here in gold anyway. But the turret advantage, actually that second tier top turret just going down in the top lane to minions. So the passive push there from the minions coming out, and Curse want to continue that going through this bottom lane. You can see Radio is up there, and Chubby gets locked up. Hook as well. Flame Choppers comes out on the Spooks. They might be able to turn this one around though. The Lantern's available. Spooks can't click on it. The Pillar actually maybe blocked that one. Colo tanking the turret now. He's so tanky. Venom comes in, gets destroyed. This could be the advantage that Curse need, although they're still taking up that turret around the back. You can see Twitch picks up a kill on the Kha'Zix, and Swiper now trying to best in his dragon form to do as much damage as possible. But Trundle takes down Twisted Fate. A shutdown onto Twitch from Leon. A double kill comes out from Jinx. That's going to be the ace for Immunity. Are they going to be able to win this ace onto Curse, I should say? Are they able to continue through and maybe get an inhibitor?
I think they're definitely going to be able to get an inhibitor here. I don't think we're going to see the end of the game, but hats off to Colo. Again, perfectly played. Hats off to Boat. Oh my gosh. Curse
No, they want to
played
finish this
so
one
damn
here.
well.
They want to finish it by the looks. The waves here, they do want to keep going down. The Nexus turrets are there. Colo starts tanking this one. Will this be a game? As Spooks comes out full health, full bore. He's trying to take down Trash Boat. It's not going to be enough. He gets taken down so quickly. Use the repel. It does flash away. This could be the game for Curse. There goes the second Nexus turret. The Nexus going very low here. Half health at the moment. And a Curse, they're going to win this one for sure. Well played. GG to Curse.
And that was just an amazing game. There wasn't a boring minute in that game. Both teams knew exactly what they had to do. That was well played by Immunity, but Curse played it better.
Amazing game from Curse. It was just played, like you said, to perfection, superficial. They were able to come out and take down Immunity. GG, well played both sides. Amazing game. All right, so that is it for this match anyway, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as we bring you some more of the action of the Cyber Gamer Finals. We'll chill out, show you the bracket update once we do enter all this info in. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Menace.